Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another look back 60 years ago this week ending September 25th, 1965. We got some new Beatles action this week. Let's take a look at the songs on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Before we get to the main chart, let's take a look at the bubbling under the Hot 100 and see what catches my season. There's Let's Hang On by the Four Seasons. There's Johnny Cash, Sons of Katie Elder. That was a John Wayne movie. Got the Zombies down here with Whenever You're Ready. That's a good song. There's the Kingsmen with their Louie Louie. Either it's a re-release of the original one or a different version. And this is interesting here, Roses and Rainbows by Danny Hutton on Hanna-Barbera Records. He was one of the three lead singers that would have huge success in the late 60s and early to mid-70s with the group Three Dog Night. They had 3 number-1 songs and tons of the top 5 and 10 and in the top 40 altogether. There's Bob Dylan with Positively 4th Street. Got Frank Sinatra down here. Okay, let's take a look at the main chart. This is position previous weeks and weeks on the charts over here. There's the Gants. I think I have a collection of them. They're like a garage band. And then we've got P.F. Sloan, was more of a songwriter than a performer. Sins of a Family. I think Barry McGuire does that on his album. Of course, we'll see where he is on the chart this week with his big song. There's 1, 2, 3 by Len Barry on Decca Records. That's a very good song, too. Bobby Goldsboro, Glenn Campbell, Universal Soldier. Have to hear that one. I forget who else does that. Was that Donovan? I'm not sure. And there's Taste of Honey, probably one of, if not the one. Biggie by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And then they'd have that great Whipped Cream and Other Delights album, which is very famous. There's the Beatles on the chart here. This is the B-side of a song. We're going to see the A-side coming up. Act Naturally. Ringo sings that one. There's Donovan, Colors. Gary Lewis and the Playboys with another hit here, Everybody Loves a Clown, starting at 85. We'll see how that one goes there. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is another case here. There's Universal Soldier by Donovan. It is his song, so it must be Glenn Campbell's doing one, too, on the Capitol, and they're competing. We just got done with the Byrds and Cher competing with, what was that, All I Really Want to Do, or whichever one it was. But they're 2 songs competing. See what happens here. And this one's a kind of a fun song. When I got more into 60s songs later on and expanded out from, more known groups, I got collections of garage rock, and that's the Barbarians. And they're on Laurie Records. Are You a Boy or are you a Girl? Forget how he sings it. It's very distinctive when you hear it. I think the drums stand out on it too. There's Neil Sedaka, Connie Francis, Paul Revere and the Raiders. They would be kind of considered a garage band and then full pop rock and roll. So they had great success, and they're starting out here with Steppin' Out. The second week at number 78, Columbia Records. So Columbia had Paul Revere and the Raiders doing good, and I believe Bob Dylan was on that, Simon and Garfunkel, the Byrds. Not the Lovin' Kind, the second single for Dino, Desi, and Billy. That's at number 73 in its second week. There's the Vogues. I like their song that won 5 O'Clock World. There's Carol Lynn in its second week. They're going to be the next hit for the Strange Loves. There was a trio of more studio type group, and they kind of concocted an image for themselves, I think, from like guys from Australia or something. Let's take a look over here. Second column is Impressions, Stevie Wonder, Joan Baez, a lot of Marvelettes, a lot of variation here. And what's here? There's Kinks with Annie Fanny, definitely like a garage band sound. It's Leslie Gore, Herb Alpert, the Third Man theme. Arthur Novella, Dawn on the Boondocks. Billy Joe Royal, yes, he had another one coming up. This one's coming down. It's on 13 weeks. Midnight Hour by Wilson Pickett, also coming down. 12 weeks on the chart. A good song. With Andy Williams. And there's the new one for the Beatles. Paul's sort of solo type song, Yesterday, Capital. So it debuts at number 45. And there's going to be another biggie for the Beatles. Temptations there. There's the Kinks, who will be next in line. It's kind of hanging around here in the lower end of the top 40. Just slipped out this week. It's Herman Herbert's in the second week on the charts, just a little bit better. Dean Martin with Houston. Coming down, there's the Gentrys. Keep on Dancing. 3 weeks, it's up to 34 already. Move over to that first column and see what's going on. There's that Mohair Sam by Charlie Rich. Sonny and Cher, Just For You, going up the charts. Tracks of My Tears. Miracles. There's Roy Orbison. There's Tom Jones. James Brown. Papa's Got a Bad New Bag. Castaways with Liar Liar. Going up the charts, number 26. Marianne Faithfull. Edward Sword, Agent 00 Soul. That's a good one. There's, I think Elvis liked that, and there's Elvis right there. I'm Yours at number 21. Jay and the Americans, Some Enchanted Evening. California Girls coming down, 10 weeks on the charts. There's Freddie Canyon's Action. There's Loving Spoonful, getting in the top 20 now for the first time with Do You Believe in Magic. There's I Got You, Babe, coming down, 12 weeks on the charts. Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody. Baby Don't Go, Sonny and Cher. So where was the other one? Where was it? There's somewhere. And then the Righteous Brothers there with Unchained Melody. We Got to Get Out of This Place by the Animals, getting to 13. You've Got Your Troubles, The Fortunes, that's a nice one. There's Sonny Bono with Laugh at Me, getting in the top 10. Yardbirds, getting up to 9 with Heart Full of Soul. Getting up, staying at 8. It Ain't Me, Babe. And I think that's written by Bob Dylan. By the Turtles. Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. Coming down a little bit. The In Crowd, that's a good one. Number 6. Beatles' Help. Dropped from number 1. It was number 1 for 3 weeks. So they got Yesterday's moving up, and they got the Yesterday's B-side with that Ringo song. So I got 3 on the chart. There's Catch Us If You Can, moving up 1 for the Dave Clark 5. Moving up 1, We 5, You Were On My Mind by 3. Hang On Sloopy by the McCoys, moving from 7 to 2. A fast mover, that's what that star means. And a new number 1, Eve of Destruction by Mary McGuire on ABC Dunhill Records. So that's for the week ending September 25th, 1965. If you like, you could click those little 3 spaces and leave a super thanks if you're so inclined. Much appreciated if you do. We'll be back again next week with another look back 60 years ago and see more Beatle action. Same Beatle billboard. Thanks for watching, everyone.